Please rise. So what we have tried is through some simple presentations, we have tried to depict what we are doing presently and probably later discuss how were things back then and what we are doing right now. So I'll just start. So what is Film Gymkhana? This is
the mic is jamming. I think it's okay.
I don't think you need a mic.
Don't need a mic.
You don't need a mic. So this is from our Gymkhana constitution. So what is Student Gymkhana? A self-governing democratic student organization, serves as a main forum of expression for student opinion, acts as a central policy-making body for students, acts as a guide and check to the executive wings, and most importantly, provides platform to students to pursue their interests at IITK. This is what is the structure of Student Gymkhana presently. We have executives, where we have president and general secretaries who are selected by role of the student body. And then we have senators. So presently the rule is that we have one senator for every 100 students. So if presently fourth year students are 600 in numbers, we have 6 senators from 4th year. So that is 6 senators from UG Wide batch, 7 senators from UG Wide 9. These numbers differ between UG, Y8 and Y9 because the strength is increasing. Because of the reservation thing, in last 3 years, strength has been increasing. Sorry? Y8 is the students who joined in Y8.
They forget that we have changed the millennium.
What do we do? These are the few things which we do. Through a platform where students can pursue their interests, we have leadership, community service, entrepreneurship. Then we have all the councils, games and sports, science and technology. Probably science and technology did not exist back in 77. It started very late. Then culture council, of course, films and media council, and then policy meeting. Contact details. We'll be most happy to get in touch with you. Then I have Prayas coordinators here. They'll tell you what Prayas is.
Thank you, Sanjit. Prayas is a club under the Student Gymkhana since 2001. We are basically a student organization who intend to give free supplementary education to the school kids residing in and around the campus to promote quality education. These kids include the kids from the servant quarter of the professors, also from the nearby villages of Nankari and Balasore. What we basically do is teach them for 2 hours in the evenings every day for 7 days in a week. And also we don't only teach, we also promote extracurricular activities like we have 1 day fixed for sports and 1 day for music classes. So we also promote painting and other extracurricular activities because we believe in their overall development. So this is a short video to give you a better view of Prayas.
Lights बंद हो सकती है?
Lights बंद कर दो। Yeah, much better. Thank you.
Mouse भी हटा दो यार वहाँ से। How many students?
100 more than 100.
Any particular age group?
Any particular?
Age group or any?
So from class 1 to 12 we have everything.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like a school.
I mean, we complement the school. It's not. We don't replace them.
Like a tutorial classes, I think.
It's like a coaching class, free coaching class.
Is there any way you measure your effectiveness? There must be some objectives why you're doing it. Are you achieving those? Are you able to deliver what you want to deliver?
So we measure it by the results of the school exams. Also by we can see the change in them.
You know, I'll tell you why. Because I've seen a lot of such organizations where people do it free time. I've got 2 hours, let me do it. But it's not a well-designed process which takes, from the kid's point of view, it has a serious addition to his life. You know, you think you've done a good thing, 2 hours, what you invested. But are they seeing results coming out of it?
Yes, sir. We not only plan to teach them, we also make them socially responsible. We also encourage them to spread the education among their community because we cannot reach out to each and every child. So we also encourage them to start teaching and take teaching as a profession, and also they are changing their communities, at least in the awareness point of view.
Do they come to the campus or you go?
They come to the campus.
I think what Praveen was trying to say, if you can just simply measure, what were their marks before they started coming here, what were their marks now, just maintain it in an Excel spreadsheet. It doesn't take much
We
time.
do have that.
Okay, you have all that. That's what he was saying, that you should measure their effectiveness.
And then tailor your things suitably. There has to be an objective. It's not just that, I want to do something for community and I'm doing it. 2 घंटे लगा के आ गया मैं. One step beyond that is to do a focused thing which adds value to what they're doing.
So how many IITK Prayas in last 2 years is the number of kids have increased. Right now we have more than 100 students, and what used to happen earlier was students used to leave Prayas, leave their education in class 6, 7. Now we are trying that they should go till 12. And even for JE and all, we provide them a little mentoring. So that they can take these competitive exams and.
Has everybody gotten? How many volunteers?
We have a volunteer set of 25. This is current scenario, we have more than 100 kids. Our volunteers strength of around 25 students, and it's a voluntary service. We do not pay the volunteers. And we also have started a library, small library, which has around 150 books. We have 10 portable greenboards to assist us in teaching. We have 3 computers. We also try to impart basic computer education to the kids. And we have basic sports items so that we can play in the sports field.
I'm not interested in how do you find how these 100 kids are from Karamchari?
Yeah, from Karamcharis and nearby villages who do not have access to good schools or there.
So how do you select them? They come to you or you reach out to them?
No, we started with some students, then we visited their homes. And when we went to their homes, from the nearby areas, we saw a lot of kids who are not going to school or they are not finding quality education. So we talked to their parents, talked to them, and told them our prayers that we can teach them, we can help them. So slowly, kids started increasing. And also, when the kids see that their neighbor's child is going to the IIT to learn something, to learn from the IITs, so they also get motivated and they send their kids. And we do frequent visits to the houses of their kids.
So you're meeting their parents also.
Wow.
That's very important.
How often do you meet the parents?
Like once in a month of every kid.
That's pretty good.
What about food? You can provide some food for them? No. When there is a festival or something, we provide them sweets and all. But we do not provide such meals like this kind of things.
Water, coke, I mean, you know, one of the major problems is because
What he's saying is right. If you can generate funds,
Funding will be
some meal or something, that becomes an added incentive to the parents to send the child and for the child also.
these people many times can't even afford a decent meal, you know, or food, so I mean, you know, they just don't have it. They just don't.
Yes, sir, but we do not have sufficient funds.
No, that's a separate issue. Of course, if you can generate the funds and you can get help from various quarters to generate it. One suggestion I have. I've been involved in running this kind of a thing in a different part of the country a few years ago. And some social workers that we used to guide us, one good advice they gave us, which did not come as normal common sense to us, is, I'm sure whatever you're doing is free. My suggestion is start charging them something like 1 rupee a month. Anything free is, gets undervalued. Let it be 1 rupee. That amount is meaningless. It's going to be, a drop in the ocean. But for that person, even for him, it's, the parent, it's not a heavy amount. But he feels that I'm contributing something. So when you meet the parents, it should not be that IIT is doing this or Prayas is doing this, It should be, we are doing it together. Then the belongingness and the involvement of the parents increases drastically. So that's my recommendation, and we did it and we found that it makes a world of a difference in the perspective. They feel that they're contributing something.
Yeah, but the fear is if a child, my fear would be a child really enjoys it, his personality is changing, we're doing so good, but he doesn't have, say, a father, or even if his father is a drunkard and he doesn't want to give a rupee. He doesn't want to give a rupee. Rupee, it's not a question of rupee or 1 rupee or 10 rupee or whatever. He just doesn't care. He asks for 1 rupee for this thing. He stops and says, you don't have to.
That's an exception.
Exception that will take care of
See, one thing you have to think about is they started with a very small amount and this thing is growing. So obviously people are seeing value in it and coming.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's a very normal thing.
And that money, I know whatever that amount, it's not that. You can give it back to them in terms of something.
Obviously, that's not the issue.
Or whatever, like.
Just saying to give the emotional involvement of the parents.
That's good.
Thank you, sir. And these are the
Sir, just one more question. These volunteers, now you will pass out of them. Now who takes over from here?
The next batch is the junior batch.
So they have to be equally interested in this whole thing.
We have ranging from first year to 4th year.
So you have enough people interested in this?
Yes. Future plans include expansion of our library. We need plan to expand our library so that the students can pursue their areas of interest. And then we plan to establish a small laboratory so that we can demonstrate some experiments to them and let them do the experiments so that they can learn the things better, learn the concepts better. We also plan to improve our teaching methodology by using a projector and models if we have sufficient funds for this. We also plan to acquire more computers so that we can impart basic computer education to all the kids. We also plan to conduct primary health checkups for the kids because the condition of health and sanitation in these areas is very low. And we also plan to provide scholarship to the disabled kids for school and colleges, those who cannot afford it.
Are you open to accepting old computers?
We will-
Accepting old computers, used computers? Okay, I'm giving you 5. Just take my this thing from my company, I'll send them over. Right?
And we also organize annual trips, educational trips like picnic, or we go to some place and show them around. And we also have an annual function in which the children showcase their talent in music and all the cultural activities, music, dance, dramatics.
Very good.
Very good.
I have a question.
If you know, in your estimate, not an accurate figure, what proportion of, let's say, such kids in Nankari, this village and Karnataka are you able to cover? What is your footprint now, and what will it take to scale it up to, let's say, 100% of eligible kids?
The ratio would be around 50 kids, 1:50 kids. We can reach out only to one kid among 50 kids.
So you mean there are 5,000 kids to be reached out?
Yes, sir.
Because you reach out already to 100 kids.
Yes, sir.
What about facility, where do you do this?
We have 2 rooms in New Site, the Student Activity Center, and we have the open logs. We have portable boards, so we can take the board anywhere and we can start teaching them. So the space is not an issue, but the main constraint is our funds and our volunteers. If we have more number of volunteers, we can expand it. But
How do the kids come from their village to this place?
these are very near.
It's still, how much distance?
Would be around a kilometer or 2.
So they come walking?
Yeah, most of them come walking or they provide a bicycle if they are power. Because when the batch which is graduating leave, we have a lot of cycles and there are cycle options. So the students who cannot come, who live far off, we provide them cycles.
Okay.
So that they can come.
That's very good.
I want to share something with you. What you're doing is the importance of that, you know, how it impacts. I was in Taiwan one day in Taipei. I was sitting in a hotel room and there was a school right across from me. And suddenly the bell rang and one of the classes came out and they went around the neighborhood and picked up all the trash. And they went back. No investment of anything, but you know, they were taught the value to how to keep the city clean and it's okay to clean up others' mess and all that. So teaching them all of those things, sanitation and everything, over time they're gonna pick up and be a good citizen.
This is very good. This is very good.
Very good.
Yeah, I think
It is one of our objectives that value education should be given equal importance to those.
Make this something minor.
Good job.
What is your budget? And how do you get it?
This year our budget was around 45,000.
And how do you get it? Where is it coming from?
The funding comes from student income.
Student Gymkhana, what is your total funding and where is it coming from?
So our total funding presently is around 30 lakhs and we get it half from students. So students pay 150 rupees or say 300 rupees kind of a yearly thing and then equal amount from the institute. So 15 lakhs from the students.
Same model as it existed in the amount has
Change.
The total budget is now?
Around 30 lakhs.
उस समय 1 लाख का बजट रहता था.
Next we have Science and Technology Council. So this council started pretty late. It has been almost 2000. Alright, so just 10 years for this council.
Sorry, I'm
Yes.
sorry, I'm interjecting. This is the kind of program we have, and few people in my batch know. Me and my wife were involved heavily in going and teaching we didn't correct, it was less formal and we had less number of volunteers for it. And we used to go to the villages and around, teaching the children. It was very non-formal. We taught them whatever difficulties they had, not preparing them for JEE. JEE coaching school did not exist at that time. and teaching them about painting or several things. But a couple of moments because I've been involved in this kind of activities sporadically since that time, since I was your age. One of the points that came up about the donation of the old computers, and this again I put as a pointer, sometimes it becomes a liability to take the old things. You have to be a bit careful about it because you take and you store them if they begin to fade, etc. So I'm sure what Praveen you have in mind is to send them things that are working very well. Yeah, but this is something often we don't realize. There are all these little things that we don't realize which make a program fail. The point like what Hemant said is something that we have realized long ago. And because of which normally one shouldn't give advice unless asked for. I'm of course violating that principle of mine right now. Like that, taking a little contribution towards teaching them gets a great commitment from their side. Initially we were very hesitant to do that because it somehow went against what we wanted to do. But it will, you see on the long run that actually serves your purpose a lot more. Okay? The kind of exceptional cases that Anil Bansal mentioned, I think you should be able to handle it very easily by making exceptions, but judiciously. And you have to actually know the situation by visiting the family because you're doing that, or figuring out what the family situation is before you make an exception. The meal thing is something that you can consider, but I'm feeling that you might find some charitable institutions around who could take care of it. In Bangalore, there are various things.
We also have class today it's going on right now from 10 to 12.
Okay,
So you can visit the news app now and you can see for yourself what it is.
To just add one point that Dipankar made, the very relevant point about also tapping into easy sources of funding in the city. Now, any city, and Kanpur is a big enough city, it would be having a dozen Lions clubs, Rotaries, round tables, Rotaract, JCs, all of these. My experience is that most of these organizations have a lot of funds and they're looking for causes to spend it to. And they don't have enough notable causes. The kind of money that you're seeking is very small in proportion to what they can give. Of course, you'll have many other sources of funding, and alumni could be a very big source of funding, and the amount of funds that you need are really very small. But I'm saying that if you reach out to them, this is ideally the kind of a project, anybody's conscience feels very nice by giving money to such a noble cause like this. You'll be able to get tons of money from the city on a regular basis and really be able to scale it up, because as somebody asked and somebody clarified, you're only reaching out to 2% of the potential population. So there is tremendous room for scalability, at which time your fund requirement will go into lakhs of rupees. And this is such a notable and such a worthwhile venture that it is worth trying to scale it up.
I think the constraint really, I can see.
Can I just interject here, guys? They have a presentation. Let's not just spend all the time on one thing.
And
Let's
Prayas
just try to.
is just one of the good 30 clubs which we have right now. So in last 5 years, we have really tried to develop Gymkhana in a way that every student can pursue its interest through some of the clubs or some activity. So in next couple of presentations, we'll come to know how we have tried it.
Let's see the presentation.
Right, yeah, that would be a good model if you can personally interact with each of the club coordinators or the Okay, next is Science and Technology Council. It started almost 10 years back, and here what we are trying is, besides the regular academics, the students' interest in technology, in science can be pursued totally by students. So it is totally student run. We have projects here, we have clubs here. Abhinav will give you a better insight through the presentation. And again, totally student run initiative.
We must have gone into staff and the General Secretary, Science and Technology Council. We have Mr. Anurag Gupta as the faculty advisor of the council. So, the main purpose behind the setting up of this council was so that we can provide a platform for these students to pursue their interests in various science and technological activities. Maybe as hobbies initially, but later on, as the council progressed, we have added a professional attitude towards the council's approach. We also make learning enjoyable and fun-filled for these students who join and attend lectures for these councils. We have the GenSec at the top, and we have various clubs under the council which are headed by the respective coordinators. There are 3 coordinators for each club. They have a helping hand provided by the team of secretaries who are mostly second year students. These clubs engage in activities like organization of lectures and various workshops to spread the knowledge that they have gathered over the years. Now we'll take a look at each of the clubs and hobby groups that we have presently. We have around 11 clubs and hobby groups. Starting off with the business clubs, these generally engage in organization of case studies, stock market workshops, finance lectures, anything which is related to the business world. Moving on, we have the ham hobby group. They engage in organizing popular events like Fox Hunt, in which you are supposed to search for a radio beacon, organizing Moscow challenges. They have conducted lectures on satellite tracking, and very recently, 20 students from a college had cracked the ASOC exam, and they have got ham licenses now.
What is the ASOC exam?
It's an exam which is conducted to obtain the ham licenses, as in they are now professionals who can operate the ham instruments.
VU2 IITK is operating, right?
Yeah. So basically now since we have the June, that is the IITK and Navasat in the orbit, so now they are using that license so as to contact the and receive signals from them. Now Rubik's Cube, this is a very popular activity which is practiced in the whole of globe. And this is the hobby group which conducts lectures and workshops, and they teach various algorithms to solve various kinds of cubes, such as the 3x3x3, 4x4x4, blind folds, single-handed cube solving techniques, maybe fingering techniques. We have a Robocon competition, which is the Asia Pacific Robocon contest. In this, you are supposed to complete a task within a given time span, and we have a team competing on this every year, and we have teams come from all over the Asia Pacific. So our best performance was once we had come in the top 6 teams at the national level, we haven't proceeded further till now. Aeromodeling Club. These guys are very much interested in giving flaps to whatever is possible. They try to fly anything and everything. So I'll just run through a few projects which they have made. This is an RC ornithopter, which is a remote controlled flapping device. It almost seems like a bird which is flying in the sky. Then we developed a quadrotor which was based on the movie 3 Idiots. I believe you must have seen it. So it's a remote controlled 4-propeller vertical takeoff and landing aero model.
We call that flapping device the G-Sarge.
So these guys have developed a Tomcat model. This has got an adjustable seat back angle fighter. And all these models have taken flight. They have been flown by the students. This is a very unconventional kind of a aero model which had been flown. This is a saucer-shaped aircraft. And initially we believed that it won't be able to take flight, but finally this is able to flow. A few of the projects which are going on is model rocketry, in which they are trying to develop a small, medium-sized model rocket, which will have picture capturing capabilities. Then we have an unmanned aero vehicle, which these guys are trying to make. This has got a first-person view established in it, and maybe we can proceed on further by maybe making a drone. That is what they have in mind. Coming on to the astronomy club, they organize telescope making workshops. They organize a lot of astrophotography workshops. They organize star parties in which you are basically asked to look for stars in the sky. They have it night long. This is a night long activity. They have various club projects which I will talk of shortly. Then they are very much interested in capturing events, like this is an eclipse, the photograph of an eclipse, a comet, a galaxy, a planet. This was one of the projects which they have made, along with many others, a barn tracker, which is used to track the night sky, to get a picture of the sky at whatever time it is intended to. Now the best thing that they have done is they have made an in-house planetarium. There is a planetarium which has been made in this file. So there is a this is present in NewsApp on the top floor.
We went there.
So this has been made completely by the students. That started off in the last summers, and a team of around 20 students were involved, which involved second year rates and third year rates, and even fourth and fifth year rates were involved in it. And we had started conducting shows in this planetarium. So we had been operation during Technicity, that was last week, and we plan to further carry on this activity.
Just to add to the in-house planetarium, this is first ever built in India by students in any college.
Yeah, and we're trying to see that whether we can get it. We're trying to see whether we can enter the Limca Book of Records or not. So they are after that. Coming on to the programming club. So this is mainly for budding programmers to provide students with a platform to delve into the skills of programming. These guys help in teaching basic programming skills, maybe C, Java, whatever coding language they want to use. They help in teaching algos, web development, application development. They organize frequent weekend programming contests and semester programming contests. This was a very interesting event which had happened last week, Codathon. It was a 24-hour non-stop coding event in which we had provided coding to them. You can see there are a couple of results present over there. And they tried to develop a common app which was for social utility, such as they developed an app in which we keep on bombarding the student community with a lot of mails, which might be relevant to them. So they tried to somehow manage it and provide them with a mailing list so that the required number of mails can be received by only those who are actually interested in it. So they try to solve such kind of problems which are useful for the society.
I noticed you skipped over the hacking one.
No, we organize it's an official event. We have the event.
Boss, we need this very badly.
I can arrange for one workshop.
You guys are very good.
No, not hacking, we're talking about this
Your last software development.
algorithm to manage junk.
So maybe we'll tell the coordinators to contact you. So
We will give them free app.
Yeah, it will
Not give it free.
No, it will
be free apps we have.
This will be a promotional app maybe, and then we'll show you a few more apps.
Will you give us feedback to help you?
Take money and then use that money for promoting.
We pay for it.
Yeah, we pay for
We vote on.
Watch, match one video.
I will vote.
Very good.
So moving on to a few projects. These guys have developed a few software, we study a lot of lattices during our first year, second year. So what they did was they developed a lattice simulation model for these students to help them out. Similarly, they had done one engineering drawing courses which all of us do. So they had developed one software on those lines also, so as to help them achieve the model that they have to actually draw. This is a game which they had developed. The electronics club. These days they try to use the modern day gadgets like GPS, Bluetooth, just to name a few, to develop the most up-to-date technological circuits which are possible. A few of the projects which are ongoing now, they are trying to develop a basic remote control of home appliance system using an Android phone. We had a very interesting Surface touch table coming up, which is based on the lines of the Microsoft touch table, in which you basically interact via the screen. And what they vision is that maybe in the future, the blackboards which we have, we can actually replace that with this screen, which will be just a simple LCD screen. I was skipping a few. We have been working on the artificial intelligence system, the cloud computing, which is very famous as of now. They are trying to come up with a pneumatic wand, which is an obstacle avoidance system using the Kinect sensor. The robotics club. The main aim is visible. It's mainly to promote robotics culture. This is one of the most interesting projects which happened last time. So the game started last summer. It's a hexapod, which is 6-legged structure, and we're still programming it. It can dance, it can walk, it can crawl, it can have different kind of gestures. So I'll just show a video shortly. Presently, what they're aiming for is the RoboCup. This is an international event. So in this, what happens is you have a 6-bot team who play soccer against each other, and so that's the aim of this. What the vision of this RoboCup is mainly is, the vision with which it was started was maybe by 2050. What they want to achieve is, they want to make a team of 11 football players, autonomous football players, to compete against 11 humans on field. So that is the vision of this event. There's just a small video.
Try tackling that guy.
The human beings will be able to sort that advantage.
There's a library assistant which is asked to find a red colored book, and that is what it's doing. See that capture it. There's a biped board which has been taught to dance. This is a robotic arm which has been made using simple 555 ICs. It's following the This is a C-bot. This is one name of the hexapod.
Material is a set squares, so it's a broken set squares and made.
Wow.
This is a robot. So this is based on the mass robot that is from the IITK. This is a very popular event, the Wild Soccer. This is a basic event for the robots event. This is the multi-touch level that I talked about. Few of the circuits that have been made in technique, which I'll talk about shortly. These are POV block we displayed it using a single block LED. This is the intermittent challenge. The team had a team from IITK who won the intermittent challenge this time. This is the exam. It's crawling as of now. These are a few of the planes that we have, and that's a pic of the airstrip. It might have been days since you have seen this. This is a pretty new thing that has come up, the IIT Kanpur chapter. It's basically the Society for Automobile Engineers, which is again an international organization. So we planned that maybe to inculcate automobile R&D culture in the campus, we can establish this society. So we have conducted a few events, the Mahindra Automobile Quotient Challenge. Then a design hackathon event, which was again a 24-hour non-stop CAD designing contest, and a few other events. The main aim for this chapter is they are aiming to take part in the Formula 1 SA, which is an international competition in which they are supposed to design a F1 car and manufacture it and race it finally. So they are planning to take part in the Germany competition. Now the activities that we organize an intra-IITK technical festival, which is by the name of Agni. This was held this time from the 31st to the 4th of September. We have many competitions in this, and it is mainly to provide the students with a platform so as to compete against themselves and to showcase their technical skills and maybe hone them. So just to name a few, we had the SOCON, whose full form is the social contest. So this was a competition which was launched this time, and our main aim was to promote students to actually identify social problems and to propose technological solutions to them. And there were wonderful ideas that they came up with. Then there is one wild soccer event, which is basically a RoboCup kind of an event in which you have players of 4 boys taking part in a football match. Then we had the Hocraft Rugby, in which we had Hocrafts competing against each other in a rugby match. Then we had a few other popular events like Tremor, Fox and Roof Goldberg. Tremor is an event in which you have to make earthquake resistant buildings. The best part of the Recent Council is the summer project time. That is mainly when we have a 2.5 months long summer's vacation. So what we do is we invite project ideas from the student community. We provide them with funds. They come with big ideas, whatever they want to make. And we provide them with funds. We provide them with mentorship from the third yearites, fourth yearites, from the faculty members. And this is the main time when we actually come up with big projects. We show up these projects during the Sci-Tech Pavilion that is organizing the orientation class and the Sci-Tech Day. These are the few of the results that we have this time. TechFest is a national competition held by IIT Bombay. So we had bagged a few prizes in TechFest. Internet Talent It is organized by Intel at the national level. So we had won the Education Team Award and the Popular Choice Award. Then St. Stephen's had organized Glass Capital in which we are stationed at just the best outstation team. And Integrity, which is a very old technical festival, we bag a lot of prizes. If I start the list, it will be quite long. So Integrity is mainly our very own technical festival, which is a national level competition. In this we have various events, exhibitions, like this time we had a Zero, which was a ball board, which was...
So coming to the festivals, so we have three very big festivals of national level where we invite colleges all over the India. They come to campus and then we have a lot of competitions, we have celebrities coming in. So Techriti is a technical festival which was held last week. And we have over 1,500 participants. We had even Kailash Kher this time in campus who performed on the final night. So I'm going to tell you about the competition we have in Techriti.
So maybe I'll just show small drawing.
Light bulb.